Welcome to Deep Thought. Thoughts about the Superman, Part 2. Now, you know what? I remember I talked with this prominent science fiction writer one time. Had a good conversation with it. On this level, I'll call his name. And his name is Stephen Barnes. Very powerful. That's a master right there. Not just of writing science fiction. And it was a very simple question. In fact, I got to remember, because, on this channel, I just flow with it. I might have talked about it on here, too. I'll see if I can find the video, if I talked about it before here. And the question was to this writer, and maybe on this video, is, would Superman believe in God? Would Superman believe in God? Because he got all this power. Superman, and I'm talking about the Clark Kent Superman, even though that's not the subject of this series. But would that Superman believe in God? Okay. And it's an interesting conversation. And I've had it like offline too, like over the years. All right. But I'm thinking about, when I'm talking to the Superman, I'm talking about is that guy or person that's mentally and physically better than those around them, right? That concept. Like I said, it's been pushed. You got groups now who kind of push that concept, particularly with regard to intellect, right? And I was like, would that person, if they are truly above the masses, like they are physically stronger, and I'll use the term man because at the end of the day, I'm a man. So I'm going to see stuff from that perspective, no matter how objective I'm going to try to be. But say you have a man who is physically strong, but he also has an intellect. In fact, on my main channel, I've talked before about that concept and even kind of promoted now of the genius bruiser. That guy who's physically strong, physically superior, or, got that physical blessing, but they're also highly intelligent, right? Would that person believe in God or something outside of him? What type of morality would that person have? I'm going to tell you something now. Most people only follow the laws or whatever social norms, not because of the inherent goodness of their heart, but because they don't have the ability to go beyond it. They don't have the ability to rise above the herd. So they're not following something because, it's just, it's right to do, or they got a certain code. They follow him because they don't have a choice, or they worried about the circumstances. Let's be real. If we lived in a society, this is extremely hypothetical, that didn't have laws. There was total chaos. And we were in a situation, well, no, let me put it another way. Why is it that people don't commit crimes? Why is it that people don't randomly kill someone? Why is it that people don't randomly hurt people? Right? Or do something that could run afoul of the, government or the government laws? Because they're afraid of the interaction. They're afraid of the consequence. Not that they wouldn't do it of their own free will. Like someone get on your nerves, is it that you won't try to kill them because it's just not in your spirit to kill them, or you won't try to kill them because you have a problem? You just worried about the consequence. When people steal, is it because, or don't steal, is it because that's not their character, or because they're worried about the consequence? It's the only reason they didn't do it, right? So think about the man who's superior, the man who is physically dominant, and then the man who's highly intelligent, highly intelligent. And I don't mean just some ABC type intelligent or can do math problems, but has a superior intellect to those around him. What stops him? What stops him? What stops them? Are they a law unto themselves? Are they following man's law or whatever is there, or whatever law they think of, if they even believe in a deity. Like I knew a guy. He's actually a powerful individual, but he would refer to himself as a God man. I don't think he does that now, but he had one when we first met. He referred to him as a God man. He said his only law was unto himself, right? But the thing about him was he, on many levels, if you wrote about his attributes and the things he could do in a comic book, you're like, wow, this is a great hero. But he could actually do it. But he would only do stuff. His only law was unto himself. You know? He, in many ways, it was a Superman that I'll get into in the third part of this. But what was stopping him from really just doing what he wanted? Himself. You know? So with the Superman, somebody on that level really stopped themselves. Maybe, maybe not. I'm going to tell you what. Serial killers, like Ted Bundy especially, this is a man who was, you know, even some men would look at it and say, oh, yeah, he's conventionally handsome at least. I give him that myself, and you know I ain't big on, like, talking about a man's looks. But he did look like he could have been, like, that news anchor or, you know, in the media. Because there's and y'all know how I flow on here, so just go with me. There, if you look at the media and like media personalities, they all have a certain look. So he had that look, and is in most cases is a handsome model-like look, right? So he had that look, but also was very intelligent. They said he had gone to law school, right? But yet, what did he do? What did he do? You know, and then and I've talked about demon lovers before, right? Demon lovers. Now, there's a spiritual aspect to them. I ain't going to get into it here, but one of the things that make someone a demon lover, they got two things in common. And it's both on the intellect and physical side. On the physical side, they tend to have above average physical intelligence. Attractiveness. They're going to stand out. And their physical attractiveness they actually rare in that their sex appeal and their physical attractiveness are very intertwined. Because as I've said on my men's channel several times, sex appeal and physical attractiveness are not necessarily the same thing. But with the demon lover, they got it. They have above average looks, they have above average sex appeal, but also an above average intelligence. Because what happens is demon lovers are usually created in dysfunctional situations. It's that like real pretty girl or really handsome little boy, and they also got intellect too. And I'm saying above average, but they also got a high intellect, not just in an academic sense, but in terms of reading people. As one of my mentor who introduced me to the concept of demon lovers said, they could probably read a person better than a psychologist. So it's like, and what type of morality they have. They follow their own law. They hurt people just because they can. They do what they want, you know? So would the Superman be moral? I want y'all to think about that. Would somebody who's really above the masses be moral? Would they be good? Especially because look, let's be real. You can hurt a lot of people and it wouldn't break a law. Let me use the demon lover example for example. There's no law against breaking someone's heart. There's no law. There's no law about messing with somebody. As long as, you could say if you mess with them, like, slander them or anything, or emotional distress, which they try to sue for, but which is hard to prove. But really, just dogging somebody out, really hurting them, it takes a lot. And even in cases of suing for emotional distress or something, you got to show that this situation stops you from actually making money. But usually the demon lover, they'll mess you up in such a way, it don't break any laws. It doesn't break any man-made laws anyway. But on a spiritual tip, right? On a spiritual, not spiritual tip, but like just, man's law thing. It's like they can get away with what they want. Only thing stopping them is them. So that's the thing. If someone's above everything, would they follow? Would they follow? And that's an interesting thing. Would they follow? Would they follow the regular norms? Would they be good just to be good, or good because they don't want to be bothered? Or what if they're in that position? They know how to rise above the normal behaviors and everything. Would they control that? Would Superman believe in God? So anyway, I want y'all to think about that. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace.